afternoon, everyone. I'm so grateful to be here with all of you. My name is Ann Archibald. I'm a teacher and a lifelong learner, but most importantly, I'm a wife and I'm a mother to 5 amazing kids. And my daughter, Molly, is a 15-year-old girl who has MED13L. I'm here to introduce, first of all, Michelle. Michelle Seaver is one of the kindest people that I've ever met. She is truly a genuinely loving person, and if you haven't met her, you definitely need to. Michelle is a marriage and family therapist who focuses on cultivating emotional balance and stronger relationships. She began her work in corporate psychology and has participated in the largest longitudinal study to date on meditation. Inspired by the many benefits of meditation, she now teaches practical tools to support mental health. Please join me in welcoming Michelle Seaver.
Thank you, Anne. Very kind. So after a super rich day of science yesterday and a super rich day of more science and a panel that was beautiful, we're going to shift our attention and turn it inwards. So I have 2 goals. One is to offer you 4 different practices, experiences for you to try. And then my second goal is to challenge you to think about integrating these practices or practices like them into your life, because they're not self-indulgent to turn our attention inwards, that in fact it makes us stronger, as Cheryl mentioned in the panel, and that it's necessary for us to be able to handle the stressors that we have and to show up in the way that we want to, right, to be our best selves. So we're going to start with a body scan and then checking in on what emotions are actually there for us. So just finding whatever comfortable posture that you'd like, and inviting you, if you'd like to close your eyes or just cast your gaze downwards, bringing your awareness into the body. And we're just going to scan through the body. And if you notice any tension, just using the breath to breathe into that space, and on the exhale, just soften and release. So starting at the forehead, allowing it to be open and expansive, softening the muscles around and between the eyes, moving into the jaw, a place where we often hold tension. So just breathing into that space if you notice any tightness, and on the out breath, release. Down through the neck, allowing the head to be buoyant, surrendering the shoulders to gravity, allowing the arms, hands, and fingers to rest. Moving down through the spine, softening as you go. Using that exhale to soften and release any tension. And then into the abdomen. With each breath, see if you can release a little more. Down through the legs, into the feet and toes. And then expanding your awareness to the field of the entire body. Just noticing what's there, any sensations, and then tuning into any emotions that are arising, not trying to change them, but just witnessing what's there. We've been on a ride, all of us. Maybe you notice a combination of emotions, or even a dialectic, seemingly opposite emotions, like a sense of worry or sadness, but also a sense of hope, maybe even ease. And just witnessing it, not trying to change, but just observing. And then when you're ready, just introducing a little bit of movement, wiggling your fingers and toes, coming back, opening your eyes when you're ready. How does everybody feel? A shift? Good. You're the scientist, right? You get to experience if there is a shift. Right? Okay, so that's one. Two is a breath practice. I'm sure you've all tried different breathing practices. There's so many. This one is really simple and short. It's 3 breaths. And it's a practice that's being taught in emergency rooms across the country. So it's really great when you really are escalated. And the key is to notice as early as you can when you're getting escalated, because you can intervene with the breath quite quickly. So 3 breaths. The first one, just imagining that the air is coming in through the soles of your feet, just breathing in a deep breath, saturating your entire body to the top of your head, and then release. Gathering your tension just to the belly. So breathing in just to the belly, and then release. Third breath, gathering even more finely to just the nostrils, the sensations of the nostrils as you breathe in through the nose. And then release. We'll do it again. All the way through the soles of your feet, through the top of your head. Release. Belly. Nostrils. One more at your own pace. Okay, so coming back. So that's something in your back pocket, super simple. You can do this with your kids. They love it. You can magnify, like make yourself big when you breathe in full body. So that's a really, really easy one. It just takes 20 seconds, even less. And then we're going to move to 2 more practices. And these are more heart-opening practices, right? So we know the third practice is self-compassion. We all know what it's like to be compassionate. I know we are. I've seen it. I've felt it from all of you, that it's easier to be compassionate to the people around us, our loved ones. But it's often hard to be compassionate towards ourselves. But the argument is that if we start with ourselves, we are going to better serve the people around us. We're going to have greater capacity to show up. So self-compassion, there are 3 pieces to it, and you'll hear some of the similarities, the themes that we talked about on the panel. So the first one is an acknowledgement that this is hard for me. So just allowing yourself to settle into the felt sense in the body of this is difficult, and noticing the physical correlates of that difficult. This is hard for me. Just saying that in your mind. Just holding it, that reality that is true in this moment. And then the really important step of expanding outwards. So taking a moment to realize that you are not alone. It often feels like you're alone, but you're not. So just through, if your eyes are closed, just sensing into the experience of every person in this room is on their own journey, but they have felt something similar to the way you're feeling. So feeling that felt sense of connection with something bigger than self. And then taking it a step even farther, that beyond the walls of this room, that there are people across the globe who also face difficulties. They may be different from ours, but they too have challenges. So just acknowledging, connecting to your shared humanity. You're not alone. This will be a good practice when we go back home to remember this moment of sitting in this room with all these loving people who have a similar experience. And really notice what that feels like in the body, really feel it from the inside out. And then the third step is an act of kindness for yourself, or words of kindness, like kind of like the mantra that on the panel, like, I'm showing up, I'm doing the best I can, I've got this, whatever feels true to you. Just a reminder, an acknowledgement of what you are doing. And then maybe it is a little movement. Notice in your body that you're probably tight from sitting and the emotional journey you've been on. Just if it feels good to twist, to move, roll your shoulders, stretch. Just a small act of kindness for yourself because you deserve it. Okay. So coming back. So that's a really important one. Don't forget. Don't start with you, and then everything else just flows so much more with so much more ease, right? You come from such a stronger place. Okay, and then the fourth one is also a heart-opening practice. I'm sure you've applied this practice, but I'm going to be very specific about it. It's a gratitude practice, right? We talked about that negative spiral in the panel, or negativity bias that we all have, the way our brains are wired. We tend to give more attention to the negative. We're scanning for safety. We have greater recall for the negative. So this is not Pollyannish. This is not like trying to fabricate positivity. It's actually seeing the world more clearly, but you have to look for it. So you have to find those small moments, right? It's not silver lining difficulties, but it's saying this and. So it might be, the connection you just had with somebody, the laughter of your children, seeing your children connect with other kids. Could have been a good chocolate chip cookie, whatever it is, those small moments. So it's called a 10-finger gratitude practice. So on each finger, you think of one thing that you're grateful for. And the memory is just memory, or the appreciation in the moment is, it's just the catalyst. And what you want to do is, like a tea bag, immerse yourself in the experience of the joy that it brings. So you can start with small things, really small things that you have experienced just today. Think about just today. What are you grateful for? That was like the little things, the smile, the hug, the bracelet, whatever it is. So just on each finger, move through, and as you think about that one thing you're grateful for, turn your attention inwards into the body. Allow yourself to just immerse in the experience of gratitude, experience of abundance, of feeling full and alive. And then just move on to the next. And then I'll offer you some other things to be grateful for that I'm sure you share, for the scientists who have dedicated their time to research our beautiful communities, to the incredible people and effort that has been put into bringing this conference to fruition. Huge effort with a heart, love, and skill. And then to all of you who have made it here, to the families and friends who have supported you to be here, for all the support system that we have for our kids, and anything else. Just allow your mind, it's really about the felt sense of gratitude in the body. So just let yourself rest in that felt sense. Okay, and then coming back, this is a great practice that you can do as a ritual. I think the important thing that these practices just become more of a habit. It could be before a meal, or it could be, it's a great way to start the day or to end the day. There's just like superpower moments where instead of, when you wake up in the morning, picking up your phone, do a body scan or do a gratitude practice. In the end of the day, same thing. It's so much better to infuse your body and mind with this kind of practice, or other kinds of practices, or prayer, faith, if that's something that is what opens your heart. So that's it. I hope you will take my challenge seriously. Wishing you all well. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Michelle. We appreciate you sharing your expertise about those practices with us.